Hello, my dear children. Let's continue with electromagnetic waves we started last time. In electromagnetic waves, we have already studied the arrangement of electric field vector and magnetic field vector. Well, electromagnetic waves, as obvious from the name, consist of both electric field and magnetic field vectors. Both these vectors always remain perpendicular to each other, and at the same time they remain perpendicular to direction of propagation of wave. If this is electric field vector, this is magnetic field vector, and this is what? Direction of propagation of wave. The situation can also be seen like this. This is electric field vector, this is magnetic field vector, this is direction of propagation of wave. Well, we have also studied that electric field vector vibrate perpendicular to dopole like this, magnetic field vectors vibrate perpendicular to dopole like this. And that is what explains the transverse nature of electromagnetic wave. We have also studied a still photograph of electromagnetic wave. At any instant, let us say electric field vectors are where? Along y-axis. So when they vibrate along y-axis, they form their loop in xy plane. At the same instant, magnetic field vector would be, say, along z-axis, which is perpendicular to y-axis. So the loop of magnetic field vector would be formed like this in xz plane. And of course, x-axis is the direction of propagation of wave. That can also be seen. This still photograph can be seen with the help of this. At any instant, this is say the loop of electric field vector. This is the loop of electric field vector. Can you all see? At any instant, this is the loop of electric field vector. You can see the loop formed in xy plane. And at the same instant, the loop of magnetic field vector is, this is the loop of magnetic field vector formed simultaneously. So electric field vector loop is in what? X y plane, and magnetic field vector loop is what? It is there in xz plane. Both the loops are formed simultaneously. This is still photograph. And what is moving situation we are going to visualize? So these electric field vectors and magnetic field vectors not only vibrate perpendicular to dopole, but they also rotate very fast. They also rotate very fast about any point over dopole. Dopole means direction of propagation of wave. So this is electric field vector in xy plane. This is magnetic field vector in xz plane. This is what I showed you with the help of this very simple teaching tool. And what happens? These very planes in which we have electric field and magnetic field vectors, if this is the plane of electric field vector, this is plane of magnetic field vector. So these very planes rotate very fast. At any instant, if the two planes where we have electric field and magnetic field loops are like this, so at the very next instant the situation will be like this, and like this. So these very planes rotate, and the rotation is so high such that we are never ever able to see the instantaneous position of, say, an electric field vector. So if this is electric field vector, well, this vector rotates very fast. In fact, the plane in which we have loop of electric field vector, that rotates very fast, and simultaneously the other plane where we have magnetic field, that also rotates. So what happens? Since the rotation is very fast, so what do we see? We find that electric field vector is arranged in radially symmetric fashion about any point on dopole. Just like the wings of the fan. As the fan rotates, can we see the single position of the wings of the fan? No. What do we see? That the wings of the fan are radially arranged in radially symmetric fashion about center. Same way, since this electric field vector rotates very fast, therefore it is found to lie in radially symmetric fashion about any point on dopole. Same is the case with magnetic field vector. If this happens to be the direction of propagation of wave, then electric field vector would be what? Here also, here also, here also, here also, everywhere, all around this center, all around this point, which is point over dopole, electric field vector is found to be arranged in radially symmetric fashion. And that is what is shown here. If the Wave is traveling in this direction, that is perpendicular to the board. So electric field vectors are seen in every direction about this point which is on topo. If we understand this notation of electric field vector, we would be able to understand polarization. Well, the speed of electromagnetic wave in vacuum is a constant, and that is 3 into 10⁸ meter per second, and it depends upon the absolute permeability and permittivity of the medium, which are constants for the medium. So in free space, the speed is 1 upon mu naught epsilon naught square root, where mu naught and epsilon naught are permeability and permittivity of the free space, and speed in the medium is 1 upon square root of mu epsilon, where mu and epsilon are what? The absolute permeability and permittivity of the medium. The speed in the medium is always less than speed in vacuum. Speed is a constant in vacuum, and it is what? Frequency into wavelength. That means frequency and wavelength are inversely proportional to each other for an electromagnetic wave. Well, electromagnetic waves, as they progress, say, along x-axis. So what moves along x-axis? Along x-axis moves energy. So through every progressive wave, energy moves forward. Therefore, through electromagnetic waves also, energy moves forward. And that energy flowing per second per unit area perpendicular to direction of propagation of wave is given by Poynting vector. And this Poynting vector is mathematically 1 upon mu naught E vector cross B vector. So this is also called as intensity of electromagnetic wave. Children, let us now study electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but the arrangement of all electromagnetic waves in a definite order of frequency or wavelength. Here we have an electromagnetic spectrum, and all electromagnetic waves are arranged in increasing order of wavelength, and this increasing order of wavelength is same as decreasing or descending order of frequency, as wavelength and frequency are inversely proportional to each other. Well, the names of all electromagnetic waves are written here. At the top we have gamma rays, then we have X-rays, then we have UV rays, that is ultraviolet rays, and then we have visible part of electromagnetic spectrum, VIBGYOR. Thereafter we have IR rays, infrared rays, then microwaves, and finally radio waves. So these are the various members of electromagnetic spectrum. Well, wavelength of gamma rays is less than 1 angstrom. So all electromagnetic waves whose wavelength is less than 1 angstrom are what? Gamma rays. X-rays have their wavelength range from 1 angstrom to nearly 300 angstrom. UV rays have their wavelength range from 300 to 3000 angstrom. And then we have visible light, where violet color has wavelength nearly 3000 angstrom, and the red color has wavelength nearly 8000 angstrom. In between green and yellow, the wavelength is what? 5550 angstrom, that is 555 nanometer. This is the average wavelength of all the colors of this spectrum, visible light, VIBGYOR. So if we find out the average wavelength of all these 7 colors which constitute visible part of electromagnetic spectrum, well, the average wavelength comes out to be 5550 angstrom or 555 nanometer. Well, we have then infrared rays. Their wavelength range is from 8000 angstrom to 10 to the power 7. Microwave 10 to the power 7 angstrom to 10 to the power 9 angstrom. And finally radio waves have their wavelength range from 10 to the power 9 to 10 to the power 14. It's very easy to remember this wavelength of all the electromagnetic waves. Gamma rays less than 1 angstrom. Then we have X-rays 1 to 300, then 300 to 3000, 3000 to 8000, 8000 to 10 to the power 7, 10 to the power 7 to 10 to the power 9, and then 10 to the power 9 to 10 to the power 14. Well, we must know the source of each and every member of electromagnetic spectrum and of course uses. So the source of gamma rays is what? Radioactivity, a phenomenon, a nuclear phenomenon. You have already studied that during radioactivity, alpha rays, beta rays and gamma rays, yes, gamma rays are produced. So gamma rays are electromagnetic waves which are produced during radioactivity. Besides that, gamma rays are also part of the cosmic rays which fall onto the Earth's surface in radially symmetric fashion or spherically symmetric fashion. They come from cosmos. But there is an ozone layer, ozone layer, which protects us from these cosmic rays. And cosmic rays have what? Gamma rays also, which are very, very dangerous. Well, X-rays are produced by Coolidge tube. Coolidge tube is the tube which is there in X-ray machine. And what is there inside the Coolidge tube? Inside the Coolidge tube we have a target which is say made up of tungsten, and that target is hit by highly energetic electrons. So when highly energetic electrons are bombarded with say tungsten or molybdenum, then from tungsten and molybdenum X-rays are produced. UV rays are produced by sun, and they are also produced by LEDs, light emitting diodes. Violet, this visible part of the electromagnetic spectrum, this is again produced by sun, and bodies in incandescent state. A body is said to be in incandescent state when it glows white. When temperature of the body rises to say 6000 or even more than that, then the body, whatever may be its color, it appears white in color. That is what is called as incandescent state. So when body is in incandescent state, it emits these 7 colors which constitute visible part of electromagnetic spectrum. Infrared rays are produced by sun and all hot bodies. See, UV rays, visible light and infrared rays, they all are produced by sun. So one source is for all these three members of electromagnetic spectrum. Microwaves are produced by LC oscillator. These are special electronic circuits where L and C are in parallel combination. So LC oscillator is used to produce microwaves, and radio waves are also produced by LC oscillator. They are also called as radio frequency oscillator. Now uses, there is no limit to the uses of all these electromagnetic waves. I have written certain uses, and there may be many more uses. For that you have to consult your textbook, and also you have to consult internet, Google. So whichever source you come to know any special property, any special use of these electromagnetic waves, just make a note of it. Anyway, gamma rays are used for cancer treatment. These gamma rays have property of killing the living cells. Why? The size of the gamma rays, that is the wavelength of the gamma rays, matches with the size of say a living cell. So when living cells are exposed to gamma rays kill living cells. So gamma rays are used to kill the cancerous cells in the body. Otherwise we never ever kill living cells. But at times it becomes necessary when the cell becomes cancerous and lethal for human body or other cells. So for treatment of the cancer we use gamma rays. X-rays are used for scanning. Scanning of what? Scanning of human body. That is the only scanning you know. Otherwise X-rays are used to scan metals for any crack in it. Crystals, when we scan crystal with the X-rays, we know its structure. Whether the structure is face centered, body centered. So to study the structure of crystal, we scan crystals, and we also scan the bridges, bars for any hairline crack if there. Well, UV rays are used in photosynthesis. Plants manufacture their food in presence of UV rays. And UV rays are also used for chain chlorination of methane. You have studied in chemistry. Chain chlorination of methane is nothing but the production of Chloroform. Well, visible light, of course, the use is what? It produces visual effect. In the presence of these light only we can see. So visual effect, they are used in decoration. They are used as indicators in various electronic devices. We use multicolor LEDs as an indicator, and also they are used in decoration. Well, infrared rays are produced by hot bodies, so they are known by their heating effect. You sit in sunlight and you feel the heat of the sun. That heat of the sun is what? Infrared rays. A fire is lit before you and you feel the heat of the fire. So what is that heat of the fire? Infrared rays. Well, infrared rays are used for fermentation, and they are also used for cooking. Microwaves are especially used for radar communication, and you are also familiar with microwave ovens. So microwaves are also used in ovens for cooking. When microwave interact with water molecules, they raise the temperature of water molecule to maximum, that is 100. So anything which is intermingled with water is cooked because of the rise of the temperature of the water. The food with moisture is cooked with microwaves. And radar waves are used for general communication. General communication means it may be TV communication, television, it may be radio transmission, it may be internet, or it may be mobile communication. So for all sort of communication we use radio. Finally, know particle nature of light. When we say light has particle nature, we say light is made up of tiny particles. Light is made up of tiny particles. These tiny particles are photons. These photons were initially called as corpuscles by Newton in his very famous Newton's corpuscular theory. So these corpuscles are now called as photons. These photons are chargeless, that is neutral, massless, that is their rest mass is zero, energy packets. So what are photons? Photons are chargeless, massless energy packets, and these energy packets vibrate perpendicular to direction of propagation of light, and with whatever frequency they vibrate is the frequency of light they constitute. Well, Maxwell Planck found out the energy of the energy packets called photons, and according to Maxwell Planck's hypothesis, energy E of photon is directly proportional to frequency. If we remove sign of proportionality, we get a constant. That constant is Planck's constant. The value of Planck constant is 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. So energy E of photon is h times nu, the frequency of light, and we know frequency is what? C upon, that is speed upon wavelength. So this energy can also be written as c by lambda. So with this we come to the end of today's class. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.